Yes people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt Francis, and in today's video I want to talk about 5 things that I hate about the Surron. Now I didn't really want to do such a negative video, but obviously to the pros there's got to be cons. But to start out the video, seeing as it's going to be a negative video, let's hit this cool trail behind me which will add some positivity for a start. Let's get into it. Okay, let's turn the bike on, stick it in sport and we'll get ripping straight away. Hopefully there's no one down here to crash into, because there was people walking up here a minute ago. But I just had a sick little run on this trail just before I started the video, and it was a pretty fun one. Just got to keep my eyes open. I've been riding today already, so I'm nice and warmed up. The bike's already muddy, I'm already covered in mud. Lovely little berms, another lovely little berm, bit of a rocky berm. It's nice to just throw the bike about a bit. Watch out for the trees. I'm glad I found a dry trail today as well, because a lot of them have been so disgustingly wet. It's not been a pleasant day to be fair, but hopefully the rest of it's going to be nice. The sun's coming out and warming it up a bit. Hit the jump. Carry on ripping. Go carefully through that one because it's a bit slippy. 2 nice little jumps, another jump, lovely, through the berm, back on a rocky berm, another berm, speed out of it. You can already see my tyre marks from where I've been earlier. This is definitely the one that I've had the most fun on today. Back into the mud and we're away. What a fun little trail. And that's it, we're out. So then, let's start some negativity. And the first thing I want to talk about why I hate the Surron is the price. It's got to be the price. And that's not just buying the thing. That's all the money you want to spend on it after. That's all the upgrades you want to do. Let's hit this trail in front and see if we can try and stay on the clean path. But yeah, that's every little thing to do with the Surron is going to cost you money after it. Even charging it obviously doesn't cost a lot of money, but once you get the Surron, you've just spent a good, if you buy it brand new, 4.5 grand. And then straight away after, you're online looking at parts, you're looking at handlebars, you're looking at tyres, controllers, batteries, you're looking at all the builds that everyone else has done, and you just want to upgrade your bike to be like them. Obviously if you've got infinite money, which not a lot of us do, that's not a problem. But if you're looking to buy a Surron, if you've already bought a Surron, it's got to be the price that's going to put you off already. I mean, saying that, it's not a massive thing to hate. If you've already bought one or you're looking to spend the money on it, you must enjoy it. So life's too short sometimes to not spend your money in that sort of way. It's good to spend your money on what you enjoy. Obviously things are going to break, things are going to bend. It's not going to be all fun and games. You're not just going to buy it and ride it and get away without spending a penny on it. So yeah, that's number 1, price. That then brings us on to number 2, the second thing that I hate about owning a Surron, and that's maintenance. And maintenance it's a bit of a love-hate relationship of mine. Some days I love it and I can't get enough of fixing the bike, cleaning it, taking it apart, putting it back together. Other times you just want to be out riding, man. You don't want to be sat taking your bike apart 2 hours before going for a ride, trying to put it all back together, making sure everything works. You just want to literally get out and ride it and have no problems, or I do anyway. I know it's a big part of owning any sort of thing like a Surron or a motorbike or even a decent mountain bike. You're going to have to maintain it, so it goes without saying. Going back to sort of part 1, the maintenance also, it just costs you money. Everything on a Surron costs you money. I'll go back down this track because I was quite enjoying that one. Definitely going a bit quick for that part. I will try and keep some positivity in the video by having fun, hopefully having a bit of a laugh with you. It's not all negative, and to be honest, the points that I'm going to say, you can't really justify not buying a Surron because of these. But like I say, it's about time I made a negative video moaning about the things that I don't like about a Surron. I'm British for a start, so I've got to have something to moan about. but in between we will be having fun and ripping around, which makes it hard to see the negatives in owning one. But like I say, while I'm trying to make such a negative video, it's hard to see the negatives when I'm having so much fun. But there is definitely negatives, and considering I just hit about 50% battery, brings us on to a perfect time to talk about number 3, and that for me is the charge time. Now obviously, you know, buying an electric bike, you're gonna have to charge it, there's no 3 ways about it. Let's get out the way of these guys. No worries, man.
That's a bit different around here. Oh, sorry.
That's okay, no worries. You enjoy. Awesome, nice to see other people having a good bit of fun on the trails. Anyway, back to number 3, that was the charge time. So like I say, when you get an electric bike, you're going to have to charge it, it's inevitable. There is fast chargers you can buy. I think the charge time on a Surron is going to be about, they say it's about 3.5 hours, 3 hours, which for me, I think I've never ran the battery down to lower than about 20%, and I've never sat and timed the charge time, but it is definitely, it's not the fastest of charge times. Back over the jump. So again, it's just that time waiting. If you've been out in the morning and you want to go rip in the afternoon, you've got to go back and charge it. You're looking at a good long break throughout the day that you're going to spend charging the bike. You know, you can go all out and you can buy a second battery, but again, that's going back to price. You're spending more money on it. A battery will set you back, a decent one, at least £700, if not more. If you're looking to upgrade to a bigger battery for more ride time, again, you're looking at possibly over £1,000. If you're going to buy a controller with that, there's a good 1,800 to £2,000 gone. So yeah, charge time is a big one for me. Like I say, when I'm ripping around and I'm having a lot of fun, I really don't like the idea of having to basically go back home just to stick it on charge and wait around for 3.5 hours for the battery to get back to a good rideable percent, so you can go out and have a bit more fun. It'd be nice if you had a little bit longer, but obviously you can't have it all. You can't expect to buy an electric bike and not have to charge it unless you're gonna spend loads of money on separate batteries and different equipment to make it charge faster and things. So that then brings me on to my next point, which is going to be the things I hate about the Surron, number 4, and that's places to ride. Now this point kind of depends on how brave you are and what your riding style is. So for me, I don't mind riding the roads. I think it's a bit sketchy. I don't really fancy risking my bike getting taken off me for the sake of riding around a few roads and pulling a few wheelies, and then there's the danger of it. If you're going to go on the roads, you're going next to cars and things all the time. It's never as certain that you're on a safe ride, or as safe as you could be anyway. So there's always that possibility that you're going to get hit off your bike. There's also nasty people out there who will ram you off your bike to take your bike. You're also going to get police troubles because they're not legal, they're not road legal unless you've done a CBT in England or got the road legal version. You won't be legal on the roads, even if you get bike insurance for these, which you can get bike insurance, maybe not for crashes, but definitely for the theft of the bike. It's not legal. And then obviously, depending on where you live, you're going to have to find off-road options. You're going to have to find places to ride where, like I am today, you're not going to be causing too much of a disturbance. You're not going to want to go to actual bike parks and sort of the mountain bike riders trails, because, well, a bit like I'm on today, because a lot of them aren't so friendly and they're not going to enjoy sharing the trails with you. They're going to get pretty sick of you chewing it up. I went to a local park where there is a lot of bike jumps, and the locals were fairly friendly about the Surron, but they could quickly see that we were causing a mess and chewing up the jumps. I personally didn't feel comfortable doing that. I personally felt like a bit of an idiot for doing that, so yeah, we didn't actually stay there for too long. We stood and had a chat with the locals and sort of made sure they were alright with us being there, which, like I say, a lot of them didn't have a problem. A lot of them were pretty sound, but I think as soon as the riders of the jumps who actually built them, they turned up, they weren't particularly keen on us riding, especially me with my massive knobbly tyres, which I can fully understand the point. So places to ride is really something that is difficult for me. I got a few little tracks around my local area that I can rip around and nobody really minds. I've not had any troubles. I did have to drive about 40-50 minutes today just to get to this one, which isn't much of a problem because I got a van and I enjoy using it. But again, if you've not got that option of chucking your bike in a vehicle and using that to get your bike around, you are going to be stuck with certain places to ride. So yeah, places to ride is definitely number 4 for me. As fun as it is, it can be a struggle. Which then that leads me on to my very last point. It's going to be the 5th thing that I hate about owning a Surron, and I've already discussed it a little bit, and that is the legality of the Surron. Now, this isn't really a thing of the bike that I hate. In fact, a couple of these points haven't been about the actual bike, it's been about more of owning a Surron. So it goes back to my last point a bit. It's difficult to find places to ride. Even riding around here, I could still get in trouble probably. You know, if you attract the wrong sort of people, if you upset the wrong sort of people, they could quite easily report you and you could soon be in trouble just for basically being out and having a bit of fun. There's definitely a grey area with them. I mean, in the eyes of the law, they're classed as a motorised vehicle. That's pretty much the end of that. If you get the wrong copper, the wrong policeman, he's not going to see any sense in anything else. He's literally just going to say, no, you're riding a motorised vehicle somewhere you shouldn't be. If you have a driving licence, there's instant points on your licence. You can do what the South Coast Surron has done, and you can buy a pedal conversion kit, which makes it somewhat more legal. Again, depending on whether you're using it and whether you've got the right kit that restricts the bike, and then you're still going to have the problems of trying to explain that to the police officers or whoever's trying to tell you off. There is ways around it, but then they're not perfect ways. You would buy a Surron to use the electric throttle. I personally wouldn't put a pedal kit on mine. I don't like the idea of it. I don't really like the look of it. I probably wouldn't like the feel of it. I like my feet being planted on 2 pegs. I definitely wouldn't want it any other way really. So there's that grey area of whether you're going to get away with riding it or not, depending on your location, depending on how you ride it really as well. If you're ripping around like an arsehole and swerving in front of cars, ripping on the roads, you're definitely going to get yourself into some trouble. If you're riding respectfully and taking it slow, almost proving that you're not on knobhead, you might get away with it a bit easier. You might get those police that will give you the benefit of the doubt and maybe just give you a warning, send you on your way. But you do risk getting points on your licence, you risk your bike being taken off you and crushed. You definitely risk quite a few things by riding a Surron, even in places like I am today. So that pretty much sums up my very negative video of the day. I've ended up on the other side of the trails that I didn't want to do earlier because they were so nasty. I don't think there's any other way around it. We're just going to have to go for it. Now that pretty much sums up the 5 negative things, the 5 things I hate about owning a Surron, riding a Surron, having a Surron, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully the riding in this video did take your mind off of the negativity that I was trying to spread, but like I say, to all the pros there's got to be cons. For all the negativity, I hope I did some fun riding for you to spread some positivity. I'll be sure to make some more positive videos in the future, but this was just a video that came to mind that I thought I should hit the subject on. Maybe give you some insights as to, you know, whether you're going to want to basically get a Surron yourself or not. So on that absolute bombshell of a video, I guess we're going to leave it here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. If you like my videos, make sure you hit that like button so YouTube knows you like watching my videos. I don't really post a lot, but go check out the Instagram at MattFrancisOfficial. I will be trying to post more, maybe get some more reels out. I will be talking to a lot of people on there, so it'll be a good place to connect with me if you do want to chat or anything. I look forward to the next video. I'm Matt Francis signing out. Peace.